and welcome to episode 81 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline.
And I am Andrew.
And we're coming to you today from our home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here.
Yes it is.
I'm a wee bit late. I forgot that on Friday, I normally record on a Friday. This is not Friday. I normally record on a Friday, and I forgot we were going away on Friday.
She was going away.
Yeah, Andrew got left at home. Andrew was not invited to the party.
I didn't even want to go to your party anyway. I had my own party. Involving sleep.
And Xbox.
For the first day, yeah. The rest of it I just mostly slept.
What am I wearing? I am wearing the... Cannot remember the number. I'll stick it up there. It's 210 something. This is the Cornflower top by Drops Design. Yes, Andrew, you're in the road. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's a top. Yeah.
And I'm just wearing a top for George.
Is it for George?
Yeah, that's a random top.
That you slaughtered his breakfast in.
Coffee.
You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra.
I am Plumberboy21. It's been a long time since I've said that. Am I?
Could be.
Put it somewhere.
We have a Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs.
There.
Maybe. Because I think I might have changed it.
There doth be a pattern.
I think I might have changed it. I'll leave the details over there for what it is. We are running 2 make-alongs at the moment. The first one is the hashtag ABP StashSmash 2023. It starts on the 1st of January and ends on the 31st of December. If it can be measured in metre, it counts. We're not getting into a discussion about cross-stitch, so shut your face.
Oh, it's not just cross-stitch anymore.
That doesn't count either. Well, it could if you were using a whole thingy of wool. So anything that involves fibre, knitting, crochet, Tunisian crochet, spinning, weaving. Nobody's took you up on the offer for cross-stitch.
Hey. We're just going to keep mentioning it in case there's that one person who cross-stitches that goes, oh, they don't like me. You're just mean. Discriminating.
Our second make-along is the ABP Starflan Kit KAL. Again, that starts on the 1st of January and ends on the 31st of December. Point of that is to make a Starflan Kit. That's it. Yeah.
No idea what. I think I might have known what the first one is. No idea with them. Just come back and it's like, nudge along.
This week we have going out StashSmash and WIPs. In this podcast there is knitting. I'm going to put a goodness sake counter up there. In this week's podcast we have knitting and a teeny tiny bit of Tunisian crochet, and timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. Going out. I have 2 pairs of socks. I did 2 pairs of socks in 1 month. So very, very happy. Well, that pair took a wee while longer. That one I done in about a week. Would you like to pass me over the shark socks, please? Sorry, Sally. I know you don't like fake feet. Now, these haven't been blocked yet, and I accidentally put them on a foot that was too big, and now they're all stretched.
Gobel.
These are the shark socks by Fiona Gobel. Shut your face. This was from the Knitted Animal Socks and Hats book that I purchased probably on Kindle. They're shark socks. Now, I did make a few modifications. This is the first one, which is a bit, Finn's a bit squint.
Oh, yeah.
Right. How much nicer, albeit it's weird, but how much nicer does that Finn look?
Can you tell me that your socks are you basically knit 2 different socks?
No, it doesn't. It's the same sock,
The
but...
Finn's different.
Yeah, because the lovely Sue told me how to do it easier. That one, you had to knit, cast on, then decrease down. And then sew it together, then hang it on, and it's bent. Whereas that one, that's perfectly fine. Because Sue told me to pick up the stitches.
Yeah, but you've basically got the 2 different socks.
It's the same sock, maybe squishy. And I had to go buy buttons. My eyes look squint.
So like, would you know
It's got
been
one up
better?
and one away.
Would you have no been better with actual like the buttons that have the 4 holes that we can actually sew it on to attach it?
It is sewed on.
Aye, but it dangles.
I know.
That's got to get caught. I'd change it to, you know, like the wee buttons you get with the 4 holes. I'd
Do
change
you know
it.
how... I bought like 800 buttons just to get the 4.
Well, if you consulted me, I would have said went for those ones.
This was where it was the last time you seen it. Was I think it was.
What weird heel?
What?
What weird heel?
It's no weird heel.
It's ribbed.
It's not ribbed.
It's ribbed. Look, there's a ribbon in it.
No, that's the decreases. Because you increase out. Aye. I'm trying to remember what we've done it. Aye. Because you go that way. You increase out and then you decrease them back in. I've still to block them because I need to get the face to sit properly. So yeah. This was using 2 strands of Drops Lima held together. And I've still not changed it. It's no Drops Lima, it's Drops Flora. This is shade number 4, which is a grey. And then there's a teeny tiny bit of white for the teeth. The Drops Flora is 65% wool, 35% alpaca. This is going to be fun. And you get 210 metres in 50 grams. Where's the front? There's the front. So I held 2 strands of that together. And this is just some generic acrylic that's sitting. So yeah, it was alright. It's, apart from like this bit here, the rest of it's done is just a plain sock. And then you add the fin on, add the eyes on, do the teeth. The teeth were a nightmare. Oh. I would, however, like to thank the lovely Mandy and the lovely Nancy for helping me with said teeth, because that just, the instructions were not clear on what you were supposed to do, and the teeth were tiny. So the lovely Nancy very kindly told me where I would find a better set of teeth. So I've done that. So that's that. I used 83 grams or 348.6 metres. Yeah. So these will go in my sock pile. These should have been... No, they were. It was Ryan socks that I got a month ahead of myself. Yeah. So these are for Denise's hashtag Year of the Sock 2023. And they're done. And I think I might end up... Pretty sure I added them. So yeah.
You've missed teeth.
I've no missed teeth. This is sock number 1. I made some modifications. She gets you to do the teeth, then sew them on. What I done with the other one is I actually picked the stitches up. No, I'd done it. I joint as I went with that. That's where I'm going. I'm going that way. That one. With that one, I actually stitched it on as I went. Whereas this one, I stitched it and yeah, he's got a bit of gap in his teeth. He lost a tooth. He ate a rock or a bowl. Ate a bowl and chipped his teeth. Yeah, these are my sharp socks with added puppy chewing. Thank you, Andrew. My next finished object. Can you pass me those ones?
Yes, because they're about to fall.
Thank you. These are the Spring Gentleness by Vicky Moroz. That's them here. These were for the Eurovision Soccer. That's what it was. Yeah, never finished them. Got one done, didn't get the other one done. Have finished both of them now. How pretty are they? Again, you'll have to excuse the fact that the dog chewed it. Get a puppy, she said. It'll be fun, she said. No, it's not. Yeah, so this is Mouse Witch Yarns. Sorry, Mandy. And this is the Year of Yarn for May. This is it here. That's what I've got left. So pretty. You get to see it better here.
You've got the other one.
Are you just stealing it, Andrew? You're just going to wear girly socks. So this is it here. How pretty does that look? It's so pretty. So that is that one. This pattern comes as either an individual pattern, which is about $4.50 or £3.74-ish. Or you can also get it as part of an ebook, either as a 3 pattern or a 5 pattern ebook. Prices will vary depending on where you are. But that's it there. Modifications for both socks. I did put the basic socks with integrated heel. That's it here. It doesn't really show up that well on big feet. But yeah. Love that pattern. Mandy's yarn is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I used 63.81 grams or 255.24 metres. Yeah, I've got another pair of socks. So yeah, that's it done. I used a 2.25mm high sharp. Yeah, and that's it. I just enjoy the pattern. I'll show you the pattern. I'm just right in place. Yeah, it was a really fun knit. Obviously, I have knit a few pairs of Vicky's socks, so that's that one there. Which means this episode I have used 146.81 grams. Andrew's using my Knit Pro scissors to cut hairs from his arm. £146.81 grams or 603.84 metres. So not too bad for 3 weeks. Well, 2 weeks because it was already last week. I just didn't have time to record it.
To be fair, if I could have went that way. That could go under.
Yeah. So, do I think there'll be anything finished for next time? Possibly not, because I am nowhere near the end of anything.
That's from your last straw
My last nerve. As you're aware, my goal is to craft 25,000 metres from my stash. Previous outgoing was 12,133 metres. This episode's total, which was 603.84 metres, has brought my total to 12,736.84 metres, which means to target I have 12,867 metres to go.
Almost
That's
halfway.
not right. That is not. To target, now that I've actually done the rest of the maths, is 12,263.16 metres. So I am well over halfway, I think.
Not well over halfway, you're over halfway. I wouldn't say well.
Well, I'm over halfway, so whatever.
Well over halfway would be like...
I'm halfway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying,
Eventually.
you're halfway.
I have not added anything to stash. Shut your face.
Oh, yeah.
Shut your face. I did lie. I did buy yarn when I was away, but only bought 500 grams. And it technically doesn't count because it came through Home Bargains.
You got a purpose for it, though.
Yeah, I'm going to make a talk. That was the whole point that I bought it, because I've seen it.
So technically, it doesn't really count because you've got a purpose that's for a project. So yeah.
Yeah, when I'll get round to that project.
That's not the point, though. The point is, technically, that roll's not in your stash. It technically is. It's physically there, but it's already.
Technically, it's not my stash because it's sitting in front of my stash. So technically, it's not in my stash.
No, but technically it's not part of your stash because it's for a project. Therefore, it's not like you can just pull it out. Oh, I'm going to change the colour. Oh, I'll fling that in. So technically, it's not in your stash. You know, it's on a project. So
it won't go into stash. It will go into lined up.
Yeah.
Which now has 2 boxes.
Eventually, it doesn't have to be right away. As long as there's a project for it, technically, the way I see it, it doesn't count as being in your stash.
Well, that's my goal and I'm sticking to it. I have crocheted 1,331.86 metres. I have knit 11,407.98 metres. Still not spun anything and I've still not woven anything. Well, I've just not finished anything. I am taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge is to craft 30 projects in 2023. I have crafted 22. Feeling really smug. That is 73%. I'm not as concerned that I won't get the rest of the stuff finished. Meterage, I'm a bit... However, project-wise, I'm confident.
That's the main thing.
That is the main thing. My first project, I have no idea what bag it's in. What's in this one? My first project is first WIP, is the Forage Shawl by Helen Stewart. That cable is way too long. This was where I was last time. I've done a teeny tiny bit. I did actually think this was going to be quicker than what it is. I'm enjoying it. It's just my cable's a bit too big just now. This is using the yarn that I bought from Nancy. These do that way you can see the colours. We have, make sure I've got it going the right way. A, B, and C. Nope, no way around. A,
B,
and C. And the rest of the colours are in there to go in. Yeah. So that's how much I've got done. I think, if I remember correctly, I think I'm at 20%. I'm pretty sure at 20%, yeah. I am literally at 20%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up. So that's my bulb marker, actually, my bulb stitch marker moved up. And I'll continue working on this. I'll actually try to work on it a bit more.
You just need to get out the whip. Hey.
Doesn't even make sense. I'm using a 4mm Knit Pro Mindful needle and a swivel cord. Love a swivel cord.
Aren't they all swivel cords?
No. The Mindful cords are the only cords that Knit Pro do that are swivel. Anything else? You can purchase it from Helen's Ravelry shop, or you can purchase the entire Knitvent 2022 for the single pattern £6, or it's £18 for the Knitvent 2022. So yeah, I'm just going to keep working on it. It's alright. I do get a bit confused about
Life.
I do get a bit confused about whether I have to knit the row or purl the row, or I get confused. Hence why it's taking me longer.
Or just go with your gut, and if it's wrong, it's a modification.
It's not a modification, it's a pain in my bum. My next WIP. Again, this is another one that I have not done as much as what I'd hoped to get done. Oh, mind you, saying that's quite a lot. This is the Nightfall Shawl by Aklori Designs. This down here was where I was. I've done quite a fair bit actually. Do you like?
Trying to see who's the well.
Mandy's.
Right, so maybe cut this bit. It kind of reminds me like a seagull. The whites, greys, yellows, spotties. What's it supposed to be?
No.
What? I like the colour of it. When you put it.
Shut up.
What?
That's all I'm going to be able to see now.
What is it supposed to be?
I am using Mouse Switch yarns again. This is Mr. Rocket, which is white with black speckles. And the second colour is, again, Mouse Switch yarns, Poppy the Poppins. I'm going to have to explain this to you, aren't I?
Yeah, 'cause I have no idea.
What's Mandy's cat's called?
Oh.
Now, would you like to take your seagull back?
No, I think it's just with you mashing them together.
According to Andrew, that looks like a seagull.
No,
What
it's
did
just.
you pick? Rock it up. I've just dropped them.
It could just be the fact that I had a wee seagull like banging on my window, but it reminds me of just
Colin's back.
just with the bits of grey, white. It's still nice together.
I absolutely love it. I really, really do love it. It is going to be spectacular once it's blocked and all the... Go pull that. Don't pull the cord, Andrew, not the stitches. Once it all opens up, it's going to be spectacular. Once it's blocked, spectacular. I'm just going to keep going. I do still have quite a fair bit each of them to go. This is going to be my hoof. Yeah. Where was I? Again, Mandy's yarns are all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I am using a 5mm Knit Pro Symphony Tunisian hook. Yeah. Love it. Nightfall shawl can be purchased on Laurie's Payhip. I will leave details of the patterns down below. Excuse me till I find the middle. Excuse patch, tossing and turning. So yeah, this stitch marker marks the beginning of the V.
A wee flump.
And my wee, you like my wee flump? And my wee flump, both of which can be purchased from Denise if she's got any in her shop. But yeah, my apple juice and my flump.
Is it apple juice?
I don't know.
No, Mum, that's coffee. It's a nice coffee.
Well, I say it's apple juice.
It's a nice coffee. It's in a Starbucks cup.
Right, and you can get apple juice for Starbucks.
Which would be green, not brown.
Why would it be green?
Well, apple juice has got more of like a yellowy green tinge to it. That's brown.
Shut your face. It's apple juice. Oh, I've managed to hook myself. See, this is what happens when he comes back. It becomes a complete nut up
yourself.
show. What?
What?
I didn't just swear it behind my shawl. Yeah, so that is that one. Absolutely love this pattern. I could literally do it all day. However, I am still sporting a thumb injury from the Starf Blanket bindle. And a wee wooden tag. Videos.
Arya Bark then.
Love it! Oh, better put them back before I forget. Are you showing people your nice new hobby?
Yes. Well, I wouldn't say nice, because this isn't just a hobby.
It's an obsession.
There's organisation involved, because whoever created it, you'd think they'd bundle all the colours together, like, in groups. No, because
That would be easy.
that would be easy and make sense.
Wait, 2 weeks ago, 2 weekends ago, yeah, no, last weekend, the weekend before, Ryan and I went to visit Ryan's aunt and uncle. Walked in and she's like, oh, I was having a clear out, I wondered if you would like this.
Ooh, ooh.
I was like, I've never tried latch hooking. Oh, that's going to be awesome.
In my defence, my mother came in and went, because I thought, I was like, what's that? And then she said it was for Gracie. I was like, so you're stealing for her again? And I say, how it is.
I do not steal from Gracie. Gracie gives me stuff. It
And
would be rude to say no.
you were like, oh, it's latch hooking. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, you make rugs. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, have a look. And she's like, but I can't figure out how it works. Because the instructions aren't in English.
But they weren't.
They were. They were just...
Well, I just never found the English part of the instructions where it told you how to use it.
Rather than most instructions, well, made out here where the English is the front, I think that's actually, like, imported in. So, the country it's from, theirs is, like, where the first bit would be. So ours
The thing is, it wasn't, like, on normal instructions, you'll have, like, different languages in each section. I looked through the section, could not find anything in English.
Because it was... The sections were about that big. So they were all staggered across. It took me a while to find it. I just looked at the picture and went, oh well. And then I found the English section, and it didn't really help. The pictures were better. So, and I done that in 2, maybe 3 days, and then I stopped working on it because I got a new game, and
yeah,
I've
and
had my
his
time.
crafty time got punted out the window for an Xbox game. It's actually quite funny.
To be fair, I'm running low on a show that I used to watch, that I watched while doing that, and I've not found anything to replace it. So that's why I stopped. And that's my excuse, and I'm sticking
And I
to
take it off on when I pick all the wee bits off. So it looks pretty. So are you enjoying it?
Yeah, until I realised I've been doing it wrong.
How?
Apparently you're supposed to do like rows, but I'm doing sections because rows is just annoying. You're supposed to work it along like the, but I just done sections because it's easier.
I was going to say to you, would it not have been easier?
I don't have a big desk to do it that way, so I done.
No. Would it not have been easier? Like starting at the top and doing sections at the top. That way you've got space, rather than starting it underneath.
Well, I mean, if I knew the way I was supposed to be pulling it, then yeah, but you know.
That's alright.
I don't even have any of the wrapped bundles to show you because
He did sit one night with
a pair of tweezers
dog bags
and
like plucked
them all out, so they're now all in. I've not even got them to show. They're all in individual bags with all the colours because all this plucking some out, and then the bundles were getting smaller and falling apart. And though I'm pretty sure it would have been easier for them to like have all the bundles together and just put it on. I don't know how to make the bundles, but you know. But this is fun.
Are you having fun?
I am having fun.
My next project, I'm just after saying that I don't think I'll have anything finished by the next time, but I might actually have something finished. This is my Eyelet Burst Shawl by Stephen West. How pretty is that looking?
Oh, you're asking me and just the other side, yeah?
You're just sitting there with a vacant look on your face. Right, I need to get my bits out. Excuse me. Shut your face. That is not what I meant. Right, so, got a little bit of a confession to make. I had to do a chart because, wait a minute to find it. Where is it? Around here. Could you let go a wee second? So, where is it? I've went a bit ski-whiff. Went a bit ski-whiff. Right. Couldn't figure out how. Remember, was it the last time or the time before when I showed this? I'd went on the wonk. Could not figure out how I'd went on the wonk. However, I've went on the wonk again. I got up to about here and I was like, I do not have the mental capability to bring it back to doing here. So I've just left it, and it's only on one side, funnily enough.
See, what you've done is made us to say which way around it is. So is this wonky side, is this Gobel on your left or your right? You've made it sided.
No, what's happened is, and I figured it out, and I still think that's wrong by the way, but never mind. Obviously, it's called the Eyelet Burst Shawl. You put an eyelet in. Now, when I was doing my eyelets, my stitch marker kept going under the eyelet, which moved it out. So my eyelets went off on a wonk, and I never noticed. If I'd read the blooming pattern, I would have noticed. So, colours. Alright, I'm missing a ball band. I need to find that. So, we have, these are all Mouse Switch yarns. This one is Rainy Day. Do you want to hold up that one? Rainy Day. Could you hold it over to the camera so they can see how gorgeous it is? How pretty is that? Love it. This then gets faded into number 2, which is April Showers. I don't have a ball band for that. Which then fades into After the Rain, which is seriously, seriously pretty. Love that. Which then fades into Sunshine.
Oh, you've caked it, that's why it's not working. There, that's probably the best face shot there's me.
It's no as bright as that, it's a lot more subtle than that. The camera's picking it up.
It's probably about that colour. When it's out when it's out the shade.
It's no as orange as that. But it's pretty. Where was it the last time you saw it? This was where it was the last time you saw it. This is, I'm not going to lie, 1.5 feet. The rows take forever. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I have, I meant to count 1, 2. I've got another 6 garter bumps to go before I start the bind off. I'm hoping this will be finished by next time that podcast. Then by the time I very loosely block it, it's going to be massive.
It's got a big cape.
Because it is absolutely massive. Huge. Right, so here. I set my wrists. Just put the stitches off. Help. Yes. So this is where I am. I shall move this up. That wasn't moved up, that was moved round. Yeah. So I've moved my stitch marker up, and with any luck, I don't have safety stuff on.
No, they're not.
Right, I need to go find. I was working on it just before we started recording. So this is what I have left. I may possibly have a wee bit more left of the yellow. Yeah. So they're going to go into my scrappy projects. I am using a 3.5mm Knit Pro. Is it Knit Pro?
Drops.
Nope. Drops. Classic needle. And I am using, I don't know, massive cord.
100cm cord.
120cm cord.
That's your fault, not mine. I'm just.
It was on 100cm and then I put it onto a bigger cable. So that is that one. The Eyelet Burst shawl is €6 or £5.55-ish. You can purchase that either on Ravelry or on the West Knits website. Is there anything else? Yeah, and that will be an entry into the Mouses Makes Stephen West Marathon, for which I am lagging behind. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, but I'm going backwards though.
That's no.
It's not so much slow and steady, I've went backwards. My final WIP, which I love. Well, I did.
Then you get a love counter as well.
I know, I love everything. Again, Mouse Witch yarns, cause clearly I'm obsessed. Could you hold that for me? And...
Oh, mere socks.
What?
Mere socks.
Mere socks. Yes. I am behind 3 pairs of socks for the year of the sock. Well, it's not the year of the sock. I'm up to date with my year of the sock for Denise's. However, Mandy's year of yarn, I'm 3 behind. I still need to knit January. I think this is March. January, March and June. I've cast on. Andrew got to pick a number between 1 and 3. He picked number 2. And that was the sock that I was going to work on. The plan was, while I was away, I was going to work on this. It's a 3.5 hour drive up to Aberdeen. The plan was supposed to be that I was going to knit on that on the way up. I didn't knit on anything on the way up because I had a bit of a headache. And after this, I started knitting on it, then I realised that I'd made a mistake. So I didn't knit on anything. I did knit on the Stave and West on the way back down. That was lots of fun. Yeah, so have I said what the pattern is? I'll stick a picture in.
Oh.
So the pattern that Andrew chose, that he didn't know he was choosing, is Minimalist by Vicky Moroz. Again, this is a paid for pattern either on Ravelry or Vicky's Etsy shop. I will leave links to both down below. I'll stick a picture in. These are pretty much just a basic vanilla sock with a lovely wee cable going up the back of the leg. That starts after you do the heel. Modifications. I am doing the integrated heel as per usual. It will come as a shock to no one. Again, I am using Mouse Witch yarns. Year of yarn for March, which is a lovely, lovely lemony yellow. There's wee hints
of white.
No, there's wee specks of colour in it. There's very, very subtle specks of colour. Can you see? And I've got my wee ladybird. I am going to knit on this. I am using a 2.25mm higher sharp. And again, once these are completed, they will eventually go into Denise's hashtag Year of the Sock 2023. So yeah, that is literally all I've worked on for 3 weeks, which isn't a lot. Someone's appointments are cutting into my knitting time. Aren't they, Andrew?
Ah, but you love me though.
Jello.
You haven't got to that yet.
Have I not said that yet? I did.
Aye. You've just talked about who the pattern is. You've not done that. That's the last thing you do.
No, I said that I'll link them below.
Aye, but you've said it with every other one.
Right, to repeat myself again for the second time, Vicky's patterns can be purchased on Ravelry or on her Etsy shop. Minimalist was purchased as a set of 5 patterns. I got Spring Gentleness, Minimalist, Retro Socks, and I can't remember the other ones. I purchased the set of 5. These I am planning on doing 2 at a time. I have managed to get both socks up to the same point, so I will stick them back on the same needle and I'll just continue working away on them. I will, however, need to move the ladybird So yeah, that's everything that I've worked on. Plans for the next couple of weeks, not very much. Andrew is going to be forced to do the garden that he promised to do during the week 3 weeks ago.
I don't promise to do anything.
I have plants that need to go outside.
It was quoted to be both do it, now it's changed to just me, so...
You need to get rid of the weeds. I will plant the plants.
Again, buy me a flamethrower and we'd have no weeds.
I'm not buying you a
My
flamethrower
mental health
because you
would be
would
up.
set the fence on fire.
No, I'd wet the fence before I'd use it.
Yes, so no major plans. Arya's doing fine. Arya enjoyed her weekend without Patch. Patch made a girlfriend from the town over the hill. Went all the way to Aberdeen and found somebody who was like 3 miles away. Had a very, very good weekend. The point of the trip was my very first car has been turned into a stock car. The plan was we were going up to see her getting wrecked. That did not happen. I will stick a picture in. She did not get wrecked. She actually raced. And done really rather well. No saying that I was smug, but yeah, I was smug. She came second in her very first race, then proceeded to win every other race that she was entered into. So it was a rather enjoyable weekend, and she won a championship while she was there. So very, very pleased with how Jade did at the weekend. It was lots of fun. Did a lot of walking, which was not good. Saturday night I could barely move. Sunday wasn't much better. And at the time I came home, I literally came home, had a cup of tea and went to bed. Actually, did I have a cup of tea? I was already in my bed by the time you came through it.
I don't think I made you a cup of tea.
No, I think I actually went to...
It was... I made you a cup of tea, but I had to do things before that, so you were like, just leave it and make me one when I get up. I didn't think I did that. I think Ryan got it.
Ryan got me up. So yeah, lots of fun was had. Patch is now a racing dog. For a dog that doesn't like cars out in the street, he really does like racing. I think our next race is in the next town, so we'll go and see her there. Are you coming to that one?
Yeah, maybe. Or either that or just get around and FaceTime it. I don't know, depends.
You're so lazy.
I don't like people. I don't like people.
Neither did I, and I socialise with loads of folk.
Exactly, the difference is you socialise. I don't. I don't like too many people.
Yeah. Natters are 8 PM on a Wednesday and 11 AM on a Friday. On that note, I would like to say a massive, massive thank you to the lovely Denise, who very, very kindly hosted Zoom on Friday for me. Muchly appreciated, lovely. Thank you very, very much. I have not done a Zoom since Thursday. Neither I have.
Hate laziness.
I have not Zoomed since Thursday. Missed Tonya's one on Monday because I literally slept. I didn't go on Denise's because I had a headache.
Excuses.
How many Zooms have you been on, Andrew?
Court mandated? Joking.
Do you get court mandated Zooms?
No, but I've been watching a lot of other Talk with Mike, so.
So, I am going to go. I am going to start editing this. I need to take pictures. I need to get these 2 socks on the same needle. I'm halfway there. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So, I hope you have a very, very crafty few weeks, and we'll see you back here again soon. Bye!